back in like 2019, 2020, the COVID period and everything like that, a lot of people I know were buying homes. And I was thinking to myself, bro, Lord, man, I don't know if this is a good idea, man. These homes, they just being thrown up all willy-nilly out there in Lakeshore Villages. You sure you want to make this the biggest purchase of your life? And they went ahead and did it. People were sounding like haters and all of that stuff. But no, man, it was like, yeah, we see the writing on the wall, bro. You're going to regret this in a few years, man. Taxes, insurance is going up, all kind of stuff. We finna get into this video, but first, like it before you light it. Hit the sub before you hit the bud. Join the team before you hit the green. And don't forget to hype me up. Yes, indeed. I need that. You understand me? I need them hypes like a crackhead need a pipe.
I am closing on my house today. I'm selling my house and going back to an apartment. Guys, I've been in my apartment for like a week, and this is truly the best decision I've ever made. Like the maintenance, the yard work, the property taxes, like everything. I'm just so excited to be back in an apartment. If you want to sell your house, you should do it, because I feel like a weight is being lifted off of me, not having to worry about a home and just everything that comes along with it. So this is your sign. Sell your house, baby.
Hey, bro. The thing is, there's a lot of people sold y'all on the idea of the American dream and all that good stuff, man. But they didn't tell you about the things that come with owning a home. All of the money you're going to be forking out. Like all of the money, the expenses, the grass, the maintenance, the repairs, when the AC goes out, when there's mold on the ceiling, when the baseboards are dirty and they're cracked and you got cracks up in the wall and the foundation is cracked. Bro, they don't tell you about this kind of stuff, man. It's a headache a lot of time, especially if you're doing it by yourself. Real talk, a lot of women bought houses and they single. They don't have no man. Shit, a lot of them don't even have a dad to come over there and do no damn handiwork, bro. Being a homeowner is cool and all until you got to put up some real money. What if you don't got a fence? What if you need a fence repaired? You know how much that gonna cost you? Thousands of dollars, bro.
My husband and I are selling our house, and honestly, I feel so good about that. I cannot wait. And these are just my thoughts and my feelings. This is not up for debate. You don't have to agree with me. You could just scroll. I'm just stating my experience and my thoughts. Also, this has nothing to do with like the market rates or like 2008, like none of that. I get things have changed. I'm not having that debate right now either. After settling into Georgia, my husband and I got married, we're having kids, and I just felt like, okay, everything's coming in together, everything's coming into place, and now we're buying our house, which was relatively like an easy thing to do. We had a great realtor, so this is nothing against the realtor or anything, but I just thought like, okay, this is what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be buying our house and this, that, and the third. And then when we bought our house, I was very happy. I was happy. I couldn't wait to decorate, this, that, and the third, yada, yada. It's been 2 years and I'm over it already. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm over it already. Get a 5-bedroom because at the time we thought we needed the extra space.
Damn.
But 2 years later, we have not used any other space. So the house is too big, in my opinion. It's a lot to clean, which I already knew upon, closing on the house. But again, I was just ecstatic. I was like, okay, first time home buyer, whatever, we're owning a home, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking like, this is not what I want. In my 30s, I'm thinking like I'm supposed to have like figured out this, that, and the third. But I'm actually starting to think like what I want to do next. Like, I don't think I'm ready to commit to just one city. I think I've committed to the state, but I'm not ready to commit to a city. I think I want to do like a condo, a townhouse or whatever. Like I might want to do something like that. We have 2 older daughters that's getting ready to graduate high school and they're going to go off to college in 2 years. We still have our 7-year-old. So like, obviously we'll have her at home, but we're almost empty nesters. That in mind, I'm still going to look for like a 4-bedroom at least, because I'm the type of person that got kicked out as soon as I graduated high school. And I told myself I would never do that to my kids. So if they want to ever come back home, they can. So I'll have that space available for them. But I just don't think that we need to live anywhere big. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think I'm just over keeping up with the Joneses and I'm just ready to keep up with Brittany and see where my life heads, because at this point, I just don't think I want to own a home right now. Who knows? Maybe we'll be living in a freaking camper or maybe in a treehouse or something. Like, who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll leave the country. You never know.
Yeah, I'm the type of person, I gotta have a plan, bro. We're not just gonna take this day by day. Hell no, I gotta put something in motion. I gotta have it set in stone, like write it down. Nah, y'all seem like y'all going about this all willy-nilly. You understand me? Look what they talking about in the comments, dude. I made my home a group home and moved out, make about $50K months Once it's almost paid off, I'm going to just pass it to my sons, and I am 40 years old. Sis, do what's best for you, love. I thought I wanted a house. No, I want to drive a nice car and live in a high rise. I ain't mad at that. I'm happy with my $1,275 mortgage purchased before COVID, payment, no HOA, house in a good area. I can't imagine paying over $3,000 for rent. An argument can be made. That's all I'm going to see. But she said that she want to make sure she has a house just in case the kids want to come back. Trust me, with the way the world is going, ain't going to be too many people's kids that can go out there and afford to live on their own. You might want to have that house ready for them.
Y'all might think I'm crazy for this, but I don't really care because in my big middle-aged millennial age, I do not want to own a home. For what? I've owned a home and I've rented. And guess what? Whenever I was renting a space, if something broke, I made a phone call. Somebody was here to fix it. Poof. Abracadabra. It's like magic. I don't even have to be here. I could leave my space with something that's not working, come back, and it's fixed. It's like I got a fairy godparent maintenance man. And you want me to go back to home ownership?
Ooh-wee.
Do you know how much it costs to replace a roof? Have you ever had to replace a water heater? Mind you, I had to replace a water heater at my house and in the space that I'm renting now. Guess what? At the house, you got to figure out how much the water heater costs. You got to do the shopping around. You got to figure out who's going to come in there and replace it and then haul off the old one. Guess what? In the space that I'm renting now, all I had to do was send a scathing email within 24 hours. Somebody was coming in here with a dolly and a brand new water heater, and they installed it while I lived the soft life on my couch.
Yeah.
And you want me to go back to home ownership?
It's ghetto, huh?
Who's going to cut the grass? Who's going to trim the hedges? Me? In this economy? Shit.
Hey, I'm seeing a trend, y'all. I'm seeing a trend right here. Home ownership is not for everyone. My insurance company covered my roof replacement for $10,000 on my 1,500 square foot house after 17 years of normal wear and tear. My house is paid in full now. I repair most things myself. I just retired, but you're a man who knows how to do this kind of stuff. Most women don't know how to do this work, brother. Most men don't know how to do this damn work. Most men got to pay other men to come and do the shit. It is what it is, dog. I repair most things myself. I just retired from the post office, 57 years old. I don't have to worry about nobody's rent or mortgage. When I leave this place, my daughter will have a paid off house to live in or sell. Most of the time, the kids sell the house. But I think that trend is definitely going to go down because ain't going to be too many houses that they can purchase.
I didn't want to release the home by saying, oh, I'm just tired of this. Let me just get it over with. I'm just done with it. I don't want the house no more. I wanted to release it in the right way. So I just went through the house, just praying throughout the entire house because I wanted to leave that energy with her. I wanted to leave that spirit of positivity, that spirit of faith in that home. So I bought her a card. I wrote in the card, I pray this home give you the same peace that it brought me. And I said best wishes. I left her a candle and I put it on the counter. And when we went to the closing table, she came up to me. She said, I wanted to meet you. She stood up. She shook my hand. She said, I wanted to meet you. And she said, and I thank you so much for the card that you gave me because I wanted to cry. She said, because you didn't say much, but what you said was exactly what I needed to hear because that's exactly where I am in life. I'm about peace. And I knew that wasn't nothing but the Holy Spirit. I was releasing that house to somebody who was praying for it. The things that we are releasing that we want to get rid of is the exact thing that somebody is praying for. And I didn't want to let go of that house like it was trash because it wasn't. It gave me something. It meant something to me in that season.
Damn, bro. People are getting rid of their houses left and right. I'm seeing a trend though, man. So far, when I type this in, it is literally mostly women, with the exception of the first woman who says her and her husband are making the decision to get rid of the home. But I don't know.
Packing and moving. Oh my God. So guys, I sold my house in February. I closed on February 20th. So it is now April. So of course this video is overdue. I've been so extremely busy since I sold my house. My house was on the market for a very long time. I put it on the market on 2 separate occasions and it finally sold in February. It was such a long and emotional process of just prepping the house, doing showings, having people in and out of your home, in your personal space. It's a lot. And I'm telling you right now, I bought my first house when I was 27 and I've been a homeowner since, and I don't want to try to get anyone not to want to purchase or buy a home. If that's what you want to do it. But for me personally, I'm not in a rush to buy another house. There's a lot of things that people don't speak on when they encourage you to purchase, such as how property taxes go up.
Yeah.
For me, they went up every single year. I did not have any type of adjustable rate, but my property taxes did go up yearly, and that made my mortgage go up 3 different times, and it went up $500 per month each time. So between the time of me buying my house to the time I moved out, my mortgage was $1,500 more per month.
Damn, that's
Not
tough.
to mention all of the interest that you're paying for the first 15 years of your mortgage. 80% of your mortgage payment is interest. And so you have to think about the interest combined with property taxes. You're not really going in on the principal of the house. The principal of the house is not really going down much. So you're paying a lot of money and it's getting thrown out the window. The same way you guys compare it to renting being thrown out the window. However, do as you please. I'm going to take you on this journey with me of where I'm going next, what I'm about to do, where I'm going to be moving. And yeah, it's going to be a wild ride. So stay tuned.
Bro, I always tell people, listen, if you buy a new construction home or if you buy a home in an area that is gentrifying, the property values are going up. Trust and believe your mortgage will not be the same for long. And then you have to factor in insurance is going up. Everything associated with owning a home is going up. Today's price will not be tomorrow's price. Period. It's really just that simple. And it looked like that was a nice large house too. And I don't know if she didn't mention that she had any kids, anything. She didn't mention nothing about no husband or nothing. Seemed like she bought a lot of house for herself. You get what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to bash her or nothing, but a lot of times, man, a lot of people bite off more than they could chew. It's really just that simple.
Okay, so currently a lot of you know that I'm in the process of selling my house. If you don't know, hi, my name is Jalen. I'm a homeowner. I've been a homeowner since 2020. And yes, I am selling my home. That is for various reasons. The main reason is because the financial responsibility outside of the mortgage is just too much.
Yep.
The two added together, the mortgage plus too much for your girl. Let's just say 5 years ago, it wasn't too much. 5 years later, now it is. Another reason is that I'm really looking to just restart. I don't know if that means in the same city, different neighborhood, different city, different state, whatever. I don't freaking know. My house has currently been on the market for 39 days. From what I'm hearing, the market just not looking too great. Looking too great. I definitely thought this home was going to sell within 2 weeks.
What made you think that?
So now, of course, I'm questioning every freaking thing per usual. But I wanted to vlog this at least weekly to kind of give you guys an update on the process and, how I'm feeling and that sort of thing, okay? So let's go with how I feel. I don't know how I feel. Honestly, I really don't know. My faith in God is just getting stronger and stronger each day. And I can definitely tell because the worrying is just less and less and less at this point, which is just amazing. I'm literally focusing on what I need to focus on at this current moment. And right now that is working. That's it. Obviously taking care of my kids, taking care of myself. But those are my main things that I'm focused on. Anything outside of that, honestly, is outside of my control. But when I do sit and think, I'm just like, where am I headed? I don't know. This was not the dream that I had. This American dream is just a facade at this point. This is not a thing, okay? And more power to you if you can afford a home, if you are looking to buy a home. And that is, I love that for you. But me personally, as a single mom, me doing everything on my own, this is just too much. It's just too much. There are so many things that I have not, transparently put out there, for people to know that I struggle with. Part of me is a little embarrassed, but the majority of it is just, I think I'm just trying to figure out things in my head first before I kind of put everything out there, because I do want to be transparent. And I know that I'm not the only one in this position. And I know that me being transparent will help other people in my position that maybe just don't feel comfortable coming out and saying that they're struggling with some of these things. So if you are one of those people that are struggling with something similar, or
hey bro, at the end of the day, it all comes back to finances. The reason why people are selling these houses or wanting out of these houses is because these houses are bleeding them dry of money. That's what it's all about. Look, I'm reading the comments. Someone in the comments by the name of Jamie Lynn said, are you sure you want to get rid of your 3.5% interest rate? You'll never get that again. She's right. You'll never get that again. I had the same interest rate, but I have no regrets in selling. This is what someone named Tamia Johnson said. Those golden handcuffs are starting to rust. Get good truckers or flight attendant or travel nurses to rent a room to offset costs. People are so lenient when it comes to opening up their home to strangers, man. Like, nah, the lady says she got kids and stuff, man. I'm pretty sure she don't want to live in a damn home with somebody. Look, rent that home out, girl, and keep building equity. Take out an equity loan to use for that restart you're looking for. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's wild.
So I've moved out of the house that I own and I'm now back renting. And that might be shocking, but it's actually not that shocking when I explain why. I own a flat, a 2-bedroom flat that I've raised my daughter in, and me and my fiance have lived there, and it's been absolutely fantastic. But we're at a point where I feel like my daughter needs a little bit more space. So I've decided to rent a property that is owned by my parents. This was my childhood home. My parents bought another property and they lived there, and they usually privately.
In about a month, I'm moving from the home that I own in Washington, D.C., and I'm moving back into an apartment. And I feel like in this economy, this home, like purchasing economy, like it probably is confusing for a lot of people on why somebody that is a homeowner would leave the home that they own to go rent an apartment, especially with rent prices being crazy. But honestly, it's the best decision for me and my daughter. And
it's the maintenance, it's the money.
Gonna go through the reasons, but honestly, I feel like the list is endless. Okay, number one, I am a single woman, a single mother, and I feel like living in a house, you have a little less security than you do when you live in a large apartment building that has like secured entry, a doorman, maybe even like security personnel on staff, cameras everywhere. And I feel very vulnerable in my home at times. And look, I have a security system, shout out ADT, not sponsored, but go ahead and do it if you'd like. I have Ring cameras, but I just feel like it's not the same as having the extra level of security that you have living in a large building. So for instance, I do go on dates and I date people, and I feel like you can Google someone and figure out their address pretty quickly, especially when you're a homeowner. There's just like databases where that information is publicly available. And so if someone got really weird after a date, like, what are you going to do?
Let's talk about the real reason why you're selling, man. I understand that the security is an issue, but we all know what it is. It's the money, man. It's the cost of living. It's the cost of maintaining the house. She's not going into this, but we know that's what it is, man. Because at the end of the day, shit, with more people being inside of an apartment complex, you're probably more likely to have something happen you there. You got hundreds of people living in one apartment complex. Of course, some of them are going to be unsavory characters.
Is somebody gonna be waiting for me outside my house? Well, I don't know. And I've had really weird situations where I felt uncomfortable. And I drive up to my house and be like, okay, I hope that guy's not here. He was being really weird in text today. He's sounding weird. Hope he's not outside, because if he is, like, what am I going to do? So that's one. And these are kind of the things that you think about when you're a single woman that I feel like other people don't have to think about. But that is something I think about, and I think about it enough that I'm just over it. On like to that point, we're going to stay on that point for now, and maybe this will be like a few videos, but like even when someone delivers something to your.
Hi, my name's Reed. I've been saving the past couple years to buy a home, and I have enough money for a down payment, but I think I've changed my mind. I've been doing a lot of research on buying homes, like what I would qualify for, what kind of loans, and grants and things I would qualify for. I've been looking at the return on investment in the area that I'm particularly looking and buying, and it is pretty good. But I am not ready to take the responsibility of like maintaining a home.
See?
I feel like growing up, I was always taught that buying a home is just like a part of life. But as I started to really research, I'm like, okay, well, if something goes wrong with the plumbing, that's on me. If like something stops working, that's on me. Whereas right now I rent basically a small 2-bed, 2-bath home, and everything's taken care of. As soon as something's gone wrong, fixed. I also live in Texas, in a metropolitan area. The taxes here are crazy. Property tax is insane. Quite honestly, the only thing that is pushing me still towards buying a home is giving this little girl a yard. Hi, my name.
Hey, bro, shout out the white folks, man. They really be considering their animals, man, over themselves, bro. Be homeless and still got a dog. That's love, but that's man's best friend. It is what it is. But he's thinking about this logically and rationally. Like, dog, what are the cons and pros of home ownership, man? Real talk.
So I was talking to my homie the other day, and he was like, "Yeah, I want to buy a home." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm trying to be like you. I'm trying to build that wealth." I was like, "Look, I feel you, but if I gotta be honest, I hate owning a home. I've had to replace the fridge, the dishwasher, the washing machine, even the faucet started to leak. I had to fix that too, and even worse, I've had to replace the roof twice. I mean, every time it rains, I get a mild heart attack. My blood pressure increases. I am scared of the weather. If I had it my way, I'd be living back downtown with a high rise and a doorman. And whenever my light bulb went out, I would just call that person to replace it. I just miss that simple life. Having a home just brings so much stress to me. But you know what? Build that wealth.
Girls, do not buy a house. I don't know what propaganda is happening that buying a house is like the ultimate American dream. Leave the house buying to the men, okay? Because the way I have spent thousands and thousands of dollars on repairs for my house, so complicated every time. Every time I have to find someone that can fix this specifically niche problem that me nor my tenants or anyone that I know can fix. Unless your dad's like a handyman. Your man is a handyman, which I feel like men nowadays are not even handy anymore. They're just like working on the computer. Whenever something breaks in my apartment, I just put in my maintenance request and they come fix it right away, same day. Every time my tenants text me, ching, I know it's gonna cost me thousands of dollars. Okay, I spent $3,000 fixing the AC. I just spent $350 last night fixing the garage. They just text me again today saying the hot water in the kitchen isn't working. I don't know any plumbers. The plumber that I was using before retired. Like, please, just spend your money on bags and clothes, and we're gonna all die anyway. Go on that trip.
Hey, man, but you know what's crazy? Renting ain't that much better because they go up on the rent every year. Every year the rent going up, dog. $100 here, $200 there, $300 there. I'm telling you, man, it's really, you really cook. And this is why I made them videos about people living in their cars, RVs, storage facilities, taking showers at Planet Fitness, because there ain't no affordable options out here for them.
Buy a house, they say. It's the American dream, right? I live in a house that is appraised for almost $1 million in one of the fastest growing, most expensive areas in the DFW area. And I happen to notice one of my sinks drooping. So I go and look underneath the motherfucking sink. And let me show you what I see on the bottom, under the sink. Glue that should be holding together the sink to the countertop.
Wow.
But that's not what's important. It's what's on the other side that is most notable. Fucking cardboard. They installed the sink with fucking cardboard
Did
around.
D.R. Horton build your
house?
house?
Look up and I see more cardboard where you could tell they were trying to fill spaces, and then they put fucking glue. I'm not a carpenter or a contractor. Like, the fuck? Do I call a plumber? Do I call a general contractor? Because this sink is about to fucking fall because it is attached to marble countertops with glue and cardboard. Buy a motherfucking house, they say. It's the American dream, they say. I don't know if I will ever own another home when I sell this one. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So add this to the list of motherfucking things I have to do today.
Wow, man, that's tough right there, dog. You got to see some of the corners these big national home builders cut. You have to see them, bro. Some of these, like, literally putting people's lives at risk. I remember seeing one video where the dude was showing the facade of his house, and like the brick was literally separated from the structure, and it was literally a matter of time before one of those 25, 30-pound stones detaches and falls on someone's head as they're walking in the I guess you would say the entrance of the home, bro. Crazy work.
Being a homeowner is by far the most ghetto shit that I have ever done. I wouldn't wish this shit upon my worst enemy. Every time I turn around, something is flooding, something's broken. It's almost like at this point, I'd save money by just renting.
Damn, that's tough.
One thing I hate about home ownership is that it has turned me into a Karen. Because what do you mean you're parked within 15 feet of a stop sign and I can't see both ways when trying to come out the intersection of my home?
Y'all, guess what happened? So my mortgage just went up. My mortgage just went up to $2,500. They just ran my analysis, my escrow analysis. And I wasn't even going to look at it. But someone told me, like, just look at it. Because I already knew I was negative because of what? Because of the fucking taxes. And because I have a shortage in my escrow. Thank you, City of Chicago. Thank you so much for making it even harder on fucking homeowners. Thank you so fucking much. Y'all, guess what happened?
Yeah, that's tough, bro. That's tough. It's okay. Take a breath and try to calm down. First, call the mortgage company. You tell them you can't afford the new payment. Ask them to take the shortage and spread it out over 5 years. As for the max, you can spread it out. That will lower the amount. It goes up significantly. Please let me know you read this and let me know if they did that for you. All mortgage companies will do that. Don't call customer service. Ask for the escrow and insurance department first. The same exact thing happened to me when I was going through my divorce. I was broke and my payment was going to go up almost $1,000 a month. It's going to be okay. Shout out to whoever this is. You a real one. I didn't even know you could do that personally. Thank you so much for this great advice. Thank you for telling me to calm down and breathe, because this definitely had me overthinking for 2 days. I appreciate you, and I know everybody appreciates you and your great advice. We need more people like you out here helping homeowners. Man, shout out to her for real, bro, because guess what? Let's say this video get 100,000 views. However many views it get, somebody gonna see this and it's gonna help them out in this situation, bro. You might have clicked on this video just to see me read this comment right here, bro. Real talk, and I hope it helps somebody. But listen, I'm out this video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Y'all stay safe. Get your money up, not your funny up. Hype me up. Hype me